David Jones is Chief Market Strategist at IG Index, and he can tell us how traders have been reacting to the news coming in from UBS. I take it this has been a bit of an all-encompassing story today.
It has. It's been a most peculiar day today, but I think this morning, clearly, as usual, the city was fueled with gossip, trying to figure out who it is. There are a couple of names in the frame, so that was one side of it, and the other side is I think a sense of bewilderment that how can this happen again? Of course, we had the SocGen thing just over 3 years ago now. We've been through the massive risks that banks took with subprime mortgages and the fallout for that. You would have thought that the risk management side of things would have been massively tightened up over recent years. So I think just surprised that it could happen to someone like UBS.
Indeed. Is this likely to, I mean, we've seen UBS's share price today. Other banks have had completely different reasons for their share prices going up. But does this paint all banks in a bad light, or is this a one-day flash in the pan?
I think at the moment it's focused on UBS, but I'm sure at plenty of other banks they'll just be having another check on their risk management procedures that are in place, just to make sure they can't have this happen again. It'll be interesting to see what actually happened, but I can't really see UBS releasing that level of information about how the trader allegedly actually managed to do this.
Yes, that's what everybody wants to know, isn't it? Let's move on to the other main factor that's been driving the market. We have had that concerted move from central banks that on any other day would be our lead story.
Yeah. It's the first time, I think, and again in almost 3 years, that we've seen this sort of action together. Back in October 2008, we had the mass rate cut by the banks. Naturally, we've seen markets lifted sharply. We had Paribas up 20% on the news because speculation was that it was the French banks who were being affected. But I think now maybe some of the euphoria has died down. The question will be, well, has it really solved anything? Yes, it's solved a short-term funding problem for maybe some of the banks, but it doesn't really change the overall crisis. So I think market reaction over the next few days will be interesting. We've seen the FTSE push up to the top of its range for the last few weeks. It's starting to look a little bit toppy. Let's see what the next couple of days bring, but I don't think it's going to provide a sea change for markets, today's action.
OK, thank you very much indeed for that, David Jones.